Episode 25. A bad fall in Turkey has left me paralysed. 18 November to 31st, 2024. Turkey. Goodbye Iran, I wish I had spent more time. The border anxiety was over nothing. The Iran-Turkey border was quite easy. Yüksekova, the first big town in Turkey. I spent the night and tried to sort out some sims. The police here are quite serious. Cold wet morning as I left riding west towards Sinak, tonight's target town. Beautiful mountain scenery all along the way here. I've still got this fairly high mountain range to cross before I get to the Mediterranean. It's still cold, it's still wet. Small villages along the road don't seem to offer many services. I couldn't see fuel stations or eateries. Beautiful mountain scenery all the way to Sinak, snow-capped peaks in the distance, keeping everything quite cool. Sinak is where Noah's Ark supposedly landed. It's quite interesting. A friend I met in Turkey put me onto these guys who set me up in a teacher's room in the university. It was cheap, good room with a restaurant down in the lobby. It was a good little stay. Beautiful scenery all through the mountains. I stopped and had a wash of the bike and stopped in this beautiful little Caravanassi hotel in Sanliurfa. Lovely little town with narrow cobblestone streets and the big market areas. Lovely riding day from Sinak to Sanliurfa. As I'm coming down off the highlands and into flatlands, weather.com is promising me much nicer weather. So I stripped off a couple of layers. I'm down to 2 pairs of thermals, my jeans, shirt, jacket and vest. Nice flat agricultural land, mostly wheat, a lot of hay and some cotton. A little bit of rolling hills here and there, and the small villages that I had been going through in the mountain ranges yesterday have now turned into much bigger cities. Very narrow cobblestone streets of Sanliurfa as I make my way to my chosen hotel for the night. It's quite a nice city, plenty going on. Mersin on the Mediterranean coast at just under 60,000. Beautiful markets all through here. It's quite a big city right on the coast. It's quite lovely. I organised SIM cards and highway toll cards. Lots of statues. This one has a working tap that locals use. Plenty of statues, green spaces, and the big walk along the harbour on the Mediterranean. Some beautiful views as I'm leaving Mersin. Beautiful roads and highways along the Mediterranean coast through quite a few larger towns and even cities if you like. Beautiful riding day, nice and warm down here on the coast, and a few touristy stops along the way. I stopped along the road and had a look at a few of these older castles. Many of them would date back to the Crusades or earlier. But beautiful coastal scenery all along the roads here. Beautiful views out towards the bays in the Mediterranean. I took a detour off the highway to Tokmar Castle. I stopped here for a little while, had a video chat to Jess, and it was quite good. The castles had beautiful views of the Mediterranean and the highway below. This is a couple of hours south of Mersin, near a little town by the name of Silivki. Small village up on the hill there beside the castle. Not much here at all. This is where I came across the double cut off Cambuck Corner. It was only a slow fall, but I slid into the barrier rail post, blowing T5 into my lungs. Rock and Roll Girl suffered very little damage. Hareen and Nareen visited me while I was in the Mersin hospital. There are no nurses here whatsoever.
He's just taking every second stitch out. Every second staple, yeah. That staple on the tool makes it look painless.
I still want to get through movement in the toes. Let's hope the healing has begun. I met Ali while riding in Mongolia, and he has agreed to look after Rock and Roll Girl while I medevac back to Australia. The boys work extremely hard to get this happening. It's quite a big job moving the stretcher around, using lift trucks to get me in and out of airplanes is a huge job. It takes a lot of machinery and a lot of people are involved. You can certainly see where your 90,000 Australian dollars went. I have 2 medevac doctors with me, and I do spend a lot of time on runways in ambulances waiting to be loaded or unloaded. So here I am coming into Brisbane, Australia, and settling into the Princess Alexandria Hospital. Angie Dwyer came visit me, Anthony Hunt. Angie brought some magazines, Pigsy from the old Freedom Rider days, Dave Poddock and his lady Beck, and my sister Katie. Happy New Year.